What's up, YouTube? I'm Trent Wel-Don. Welcome back to the channel, Wel-Don Aquatics. Guys, today I've got a special new video for you, something to start with. I'm here with Ryan. He's actually going to open up his fish room to me, let me do a tour. But if you've been watching me, he's actually taken my Royal Pleco that was beating the shit out of my Fahaka Pucker. So we're going to start here with Ryan, and he's going to take us around.
Hey, YouTube. So this is a 200-gallon acrylic tank that I have set up, and have a few fish in there. Have 5 bichures, bunch of clown loaches, a bristlenose pleco, and one of my last African cichlids who got beat up pretty good, and kept him around, and he's doing pretty good in there. So got this Royal Pleco from Trent and excited to put it in the tank, so we'll check him out. He's beautiful.
Oh, I hope it does well for you.
Yeah, he should love this. Got plenty of driftwood and
there we are.
settle down in back behind the driftwood.
So we got in here, we got clown loaches. Is that a ghost knife that just ran in there?
Oh, yep. Clown knife.
Clown knife, that's right.
He might have to get moved. I found my ornate bircher with him about 2 inches of his tail in his mouth last
Really?
week, so switched up the decorations, got rid of some of the territory, but so far he hasn't messed with him again. So,
This is a beautiful tank you have running here.
thanks.
You're absolutely incredible.
Yeah, I like the driftwood natural style. Reminds me of kind of the natural habitat, something you'd see in a river or the Amazon.
I agree. No, that is a. I like you don't have much light on here.
Yeah, sort of with what's in there, the bichures, the clown knife, and I think it just helps them stay active when it's really bright. And
You have more tanks, correct?
yes.
Mind if we go check those out?
Yep. Let's go.
All right. Give me your story.
So here's a rack that I built. I had a breeding plan going on. I was breeding African cichlids and had a bunch of tanks going on right here. Went with the distressed look, kind of go with the theme of my garage. Was holding 629 gallons. Right there is a community tank, some calvis, African cichlid, rainbow fish, few tetras, just something fun. Something fun to mess with. This tank down here is a 55 that I'm quarantining some loaches, growing the loaches out.
More clown loaches, right?
Yep, clown loaches. I sort of like them. They all school together, and when they're all swimming around together happy, they're really cool cruising the tank.
Let's go back up.
Actually, the Draper Aquarium inspired me, their loach tank.
Really?
It's pretty incredible, so.
I've been through there a few times. I actually got to do a behind-the-scenes tour of the Draper Aquarium. That was really cool.
Yeah, they're all kind of hiding in there, but I do like the driftwood, some rocks, nothing too exotic. Most of the tanks are broken down. Like I said, I was breeding African cichlids and had a quarantine tank, and also was growing out discus at the time. But
So in our Utah water, tell me your experience with discus a little bit. I know we have hard water.
It is a little tricky because you got people running the RO systems, which is helpful, but my experience is just weekly water changes, use the chemicals, some stress coat, and they've done fine for me. I got them growing pretty good, and I haven't seen any issues with them, so they're a little hardier than people think. I've tested stuff and kind of let the water changes lapse to see what I could get away with, but about on day 10 you can sort of see the fish acting a little sluggish, and that was just part of my experiment as fish keeping and a hobbyist. You know, you want to see what you can push yourself to, and
that's one of my favorite things about this hobby.
yeah.
So we've seen your 220 inside, we've seen your nice breeding rack, but he's got a tank behind us here that I think is absolutely a pride and joy over here.
Yes, this is a 7.5 foot 220 tank. Going with the predator fish. I have a strawberry arowana, spotted garb, tiger shovelnose, a few other catfish, upside down catfish, sun catfish.
So tell me the difference here. So this is your strawberry arowana over here, right?
Yes.
And that's different from a silver?
Pretty much the same, just the coloration.
So I see that he's got some nice, hopefully the camera picks it up, he's got actually a nice red tint to him.
Yeah. And I had 3 arowanas together in a community tank and sold those and decided to pick another one up. I really enjoyed them.
This is your spotted gar, you said?
Yes. His spots are a little faded. I had a pleco in there, and they like to sleep on the ground, spend a lot of time grazing like that shovel nose right there, and he liked to suck on him, so he had to go to a different tank. But they're doing good. I feed them pellets, shrimp, some bloodworms. This one too, I had the driftwood, some corrugated piping that I just got from Lowe's. That stuff doesn't look too bad in the tanks, and it's definitely affordable.
That seems to fit very well with a naturalistic theme.
Yes.
So what's your maintenance like on this tank? 'Cause I know a lot of people think big tank, big fish.
Well, yeah, I got a FX6. I have a big sump that's hooked up. Basically, just maybe like a 30% water change every week helps out. Every time I do a water change, I just like to do a light vacuum. It never hurts.
So you find it to be pretty manageable then,
yeah,
for a bigger tank.
Obviously, it's gonna take an hour or so, but yeah, just get up a little earlier and spend a little time with it. And the fish are definitely a lot happier. They're swimming around a lot and like to eat better, and just better quality for them.
This is absolutely incredible setup.
Thank you.
Gosh, that's what I like coming to see. It's a beautiful tank.
Yep, and it's on the prowl for a few more. Eventually I'll probably grow out those bichers and put them in here, and hopefully score a stingray or two here in the future.
If that ever comes to be, I want to come see those. I would love to see you continue this hobby.
Yeah. No, it's come a long way. My first tank was a 45-gallon tank, and I started with African cichlids, and then I saw a tank at PetSmart, 150-gallon on sale for $500. Had to switch up to that, and sort of just grew to these big acrylic tanks. I like the acrylic tanks. I do auto body, so I polished them and keep them clean. They seem to hold heat a little better and really display the fish nicely.
Well, we can't thank you enough for opening your fish room up to us, to see these incredible species you're keeping. If you can give a piece of advice, though, to a new hobbyist, what would it be?
Definitely research the type of fish. Probably do some YouTube searching on what you'd want to keep, what kind of fish to keep them with, and just good water changes, and definitely a good filter. Can't skip the filtration. That helps save you on maintenance and with the fish, so just keeping them healthy.
Perfect, Ryan. Thank you again. And guys, if you want more of this, hopefully we'll be back. He's got future plans.
Yes.
This is absolutely incredible, though. So we're going to thank Ryan again for letting us finish off with this amazing tank.